Hello, abundant soul. Welcome, welcome. I am so freaking excited. This is day one of the free exclusive video series for secrets to becoming magnetic AF so that manifesting becomes like shopping on Amazon. And I promise you, you can actually make it like you're shopping on Amazon. Okay. I am so excited and so happy you're here. I have butterflies in my stomach right now. I have been wanting to create a workshop like this because after being in the manifestation world for quite some time, I see all kinds of information and techniques and rituals out there. And I really wanted to create something to give you what works, what doesn't, what is manifestation, why is it important, why even learn it, like what is this thing, like do I have to be spiritual, do I need crystals? I don't know about you, I don't know if you've had any of those questions ever, but I know I have. And so I am just really excited to kind of break all of that down for you, really share how I approach manifestation, how it's changed my life, and how when you implement these four secrets, you can begin to actually unfold your life, your reality, your results, whatever you might want or you want to improve or see happen in your life. You can truly start to have that when you implement these four secrets. So this is day one. Let's just go ahead and get into it. Let me get into presenter mode. Now, let me see if I can get this to go up. Okay, there we go. Okay, so four secrets to becoming magnetic AF so that manifesting becomes like shopping on Amazon. And of course, this is presented by me, Leah Pearson from The Elevated Self, which is truly just a personal development brand here to help you elevate to that higher self, to a higher self, whatever that means to you. Because when you do, as you will see, your reality, life, and results are going to elevate with you. So this is why I say the elevated self. And yeah, you're going to hear more about that in 1 minute. So magnetic AF, this is a 4-day exclusive video workshop. This is really, I really want to show you that you are 100% capable of creating the life of your dreams by using your innate energy and powerful mind. Again, like I said, kind of in the beginning, that I really want to break down what is and what isn't manifestation, like what is magnetism, what is energy, like what does all this mean, right? Why are we doing these rituals? Why do we have to say affirmations? Like why can't I just willpower my way through? Where is our vibration even coming from? Like what does that even mean? Again, I'm going to be answering all of this because truly I think when you see these four secrets, you're going to not just kind of be like, oh yeah, like manifestation, it's like this cool internet thing. Like you're going to actually know that there's so much hard, cold science and fact and evidence behind how and why we're creating our lives and co-creating with our lives in reality. So yeah, again, like I said, I'm so excited. And if you see down here, if you want to check out more about who I am and what I do and what I offer, my website's theabundanceattitude.com. While yes, my brand's The Elevated Self, I used to be The Abundance Attitude, and we are just keeping that URL until further notice. So yeah, and before we get in, I want you guys to check out my hat. I just bought it today at the farmer's market. It says grateful. It's my brand's color, and I look good in hats. So like I couldn't not buy this because we are super grateful. I'm super grateful. Let's dive in. Okay. So let me just break down who I am. So you know that I'm not just some chick on the internet telling you to buy some crystals and manifest. Okay. So my name is Leah Pearson. Pearson is my middle name. That is my stage name, if you will. I'm a wife. I'm a dog mom. I'm a music lover, obsessed with music. Okay. If you're ever jamming out with me, you're going to like be on my shuffle and it's going to go from Migos to like a bluegrass band. Okay. So I truly love music and I can play 3 instruments. Fun fact. But I'm also a modern farmhouse owner. Okay. I built my own modern dream farmhouse. And I am a human design manifester and a Capricorn. Okay. If you like to know those fun facts. And really what's brought me here is in 2007, I hit rock bottom in my life and I was broke. I got broken up with from someone that I thought I was going to marry. I was jobless and I had a failing network marketing business. Okay. So I've been on the in online business since 2017. And at the time, I was failing miserably, even though I felt like I was doing all the things. Okay. So on top of that, I had always been an ambitious woman. Okay. And if you're here too, I'm sure you're an ambitious woman as well. And I could just felt like I could never get on the other side of my goals, right? I never felt like I could actually achieve what I wanted. And of course, at this time, since I had been, trying to improve my life, like through my business and, just creating more money for myself and creating a life of freedom and security and all that jazz, it truly seemed like I was going backwards, right? I was just like, how did I end up here? I was partying all the time. Some of you here might know a little bit about my story, but I was doing all the partying, trying to have validation through other people, had really toxic friends around me that were fake, and just, you know, I just didn't like who I was and what I saw in the mirror, right? I didn't like the woman staring back at me. And I truly, because I have that foundation of ambition, I knew that I wanted to really figure out how to create a life that I loved, not only on the outside, but I wanted to feel just like that badass version of myself that I felt was just like dormant in me. Okay. So it was from that dark night of the soul time in 2017 that I decided to turn to personal development, because I saw other successful people talking about it, but I had no clue what personal development was. But I decided to try it because I had nothing to lose, right? And it was then, of course, I got introduced to Jim Rohn, who was like the father of personal development, and I heard him have this quote, and it hit me so hard just because I didn't quite know what he meant, but it has stuck with me for literally 5 years. And the quote is, work harder on yourself than your day job. Okay. And when I heard that, I was like, I've never heard someone say that. Like, work harder on yourself than your job. Because I don't know about you, but I was taught that, hard work pays off, which it does. Okay. Hard work does pay off, but, it's not just the external work either. Okay. You have to couple the external hard work with that inner growth, right? They both have to be elevated at the same time. And of course, I didn't know about the inner growth stuff, right? So I was like, work harder on yourself than your day job. Like, what the heck does that even mean? All right. So just hold on to that thought. But from that, from personal development, right? It was from personal development that, of course, I started to become across manifestation, The Secret, Bob Proctor, all this fun things that we're going to, of course, be talking about in the next 4 days, and how really mindset is the key to success. So I kind of started to delve into what work harder on yourself than your day job meant, right? But I wasn't quite there yet. But I was like, okay, I think I was like, manifestation. Okay, for some reason, this just like it resonated so much truth with me. I was like, what you put out, you get back in your life. I was just like, for some reason, I feel like I'm onto something, right? But of course, when you first come into manifestation, and I don't know where you are in your journey, and I would love to know where you are in your journey. Reach out to me on Instagram in this during this workshop, right? Because I want to hear your aha moments and your breakthroughs, of course, as well. Especially if you're beginning your journey. But you're thrown into this world, and you go and Google and you go on YouTube, and they say to do all these rituals and techniques and say affirmations, and there's really no foundation of why. Like, what is that doing? So you're kind of led to believe that you're manifesting and creating a life through those tools, right? And of course, I'm going to break some of these myths a little bit even today for you. But I would do all these things, I would do everything what they are saying, because I wanted to manifest myself to where I wanted to be, right? Which at the time was a successful business and career woman. Okay. And with a husband, right? So I could chef up, because I always just envisioned myself kind of, making my own bank, right? But also like really being that housewife. Okay. I really love, I know it's 2003 and a lot of women don't say that, but I personally love the housewife life. I will chef up for my husband any day of the week. If you follow me on my stories, you know that to be true. And I wanted to do it in a big ass house for our future family, and just have land and, all that amazing things. And I just still couldn't land myself there, despite doing the personal development, despite doing all the manifestation stuff. Right. But it wasn't until one day that I was sitting on the beach reading the book Secrets of a Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker. It's a great book. You should go Amazon it if you have not read that book. with my now husband. He was my boyfriend at the time. I was with his family. And I got this text from my 9 to 5 because in that midst of all the dark night of the soul, I did actually land a very high paying job for a startup pathology lab, and actually brought that lab up into just growing that for them. And that's another story for another day. But I manifested that as well. But I got a text from that job that I was receiving a raise and promotion. Okay, I was literally sitting on the beach on vacation and I got a raise and promotion, right? And I realized that that's what kind of people mean, where you don't have to work to get money, right? Money can just flow to you. But it was everything that I did before that, right? I put in the work before receiving that effortless money manifestation, if you will. And so then it was real. I realized in that moment, really not that moment, but I kind of knew that I was gonna marry him. I realized that I was not only now at the love of my life, okay, and I had secured this really high paying job, and now I was holding this proof in my hand that manifestation was real, right? Intentional manifestation. It says manifestation in my band. I meant manifestation in my hand. Okay. And that's when Jim Rohn's words really struck me. Okay. They really hit me because, and this is really where the mission of my brand, the Elevated Self, came from. Because when you elevate you, when you work harder on yourself than your day job, okay, and you elevate, your life results and reality are going to elevate with you because it is law. Okay. The immutable laws of the universe, manifestation, that phenomenon, that is why and how that happens. Okay. And it was from that text and just really being like, I am finally working myself up in my life to where I wanted to be. It was then I created a signature manifestation framework, which we are going to talk about a little bit in the 4 days together. Around what I knew was the missing link in all the manifestation steps, right? Because it's one thing to know like the manifestation steps where it's like, know what you want, then act as if and take action, right? You see that thrown around all the time, but like, how do you do that? What does that mean, right? There's so much missing nuance and context. And I knew what I had done through personal experience, all of my research, all of my trial and erroring, all of my personal development investments, working with coaches and all the things. I knew it was the missing link. And it was truly having that foundation of knowing how to actually implement those steps and elevate yourself, right? Because it's not just faking acting as if, it's actually unleashing and becoming that version of yourself. And so often all of that is missed and just like not understood, especially with so much fluff and surface level hacks out on the internet. Okay. And this is where of course, like I said, my framework was born. And I manifested some amazing things. As you can see here, using the framework, I have this dream ring that I had just kind of found that I wanted, and it was in September of 2020. Great time, great year, right? And then I got engaged with that exact ring in July of 2021. So, that was, and then I found my soulmate. My husband and I were married in October of 2022. And I also manifested building my 6 bedroom farmhouse on land. As you can see here, this picture is actually what was on my vision board. And this is my house that I'm currently in right now. And I've taken some amazing vacations. I've had Montana mountains on my vision board for a while. I'm going to Montana this July. I've got to travel. I had a dream honeymoon with like a private pool that was on my vision board. And it was all through not just creating the vision board, but what we're going to be talking about in these 4 secrets. Okay. And all of this is amazing. And I forgot I added this slide in, and I wanted to let you know that like it wasn't just the external transformation that I have experienced over the last 3 to 5 years. It's truly an internal elevation. Okay. Truly an internal transformation that I have been able to create for myself. And these are some pictures, during 2017, might have even been in 2016. And you can just see my energy was very kind of dampered and dimmed, and there's just no real magnetism there. And this is me over the last couple years where you can just like, I just feel like you can feel my energy through the screen. I feel so much more authentic self-love for myself and confidence, and just really feeling like I'm more my authentic self. Okay. And I know what I'm capable of. And I know that I'm not just I don't know what I want, that I'm actually capable of doing it because, again, of these 4 secrets that we're going to be talking about over the next 4 days. And so I just kind of wanted you to see like this somewhat external but deep internal transformation that is available. And through that internal transformation, that's when all the external stuff happened. Okay. And I don't know, I just feel like, tell me if you think that you can see the difference in these photos, because I think you can, and it's pretty freaking obvious. And it just excites me and lights me up because I for so long just stayed in my own crap, right? And played victim and just thought nothing. I just drew the short end of the stick and I was unlucky. And somehow I'm just always caught up in drama and partying and just self inner criticism and hate. And I just didn't understand why things didn't work out for me. And I just blah, blah, blah. Right. And then I finally was able to, I have that the world is your oyster mentality now. And I know it to be true. Okay. And this just hasn't worked out for me. I've had dozens and dozens of clients go through my framework that we'll be talking about, I think on day 4. And it works for them too, right? They realize that manifestation isn't what they thought it was. And they realize that they were setting, they needed to start setting bigger goals and doing the self-belief and all that stuff. And I'm so grateful that I've been able to guide so many women through also their own transformation. And I could have put a million random screenshots on the screen, but I kind of just wanted you to kind of get a little taste that, again, I'm not just some girl on the internet that is just talking about manifestation. Again, I truly do know what manifestation is, how it works, and what to do, and how to continuously elevate your life for life, right? Because your dream life to me is an ever revolving door, right? I'm living my dream life right now, but this isn't just the end. I'm not just like never going to try to not manifest it to be better, right? It gets better and better and better. And yes, I just kind of wanted to give you guys that foundation as we're moving forward. So you can, trust me and, just open your mind during these 4 days, try to not say like, oh, I've heard that before. If you have, or, whatever, take notes, really immerse yourself, really set an intention, because what you put into even just free content, what you put in to it, you'll get out. And how you do one thing is how you do everything. So, you're here. I'm proud of you. Be proud of yourself. Most people do not take the time to pour into themselves. So that is my little pep talk for you before we dive in. But with that being said, let's get it. Now that you know a little bit about me and who I am, okay? And if we have never talked, please DM me on Instagram, okay? I would love to connect and chat with you, all right? So I just want to give you a quick overview, all right, of the 4 days. So day 1, we're going to be establishing like kind of the how, what, and why of inner magnetism. Like, what is magnetic AF even mean, right? Day 2, we're gonna understand and break down together where your vibration is actually coming from, right? Day 3, we're going to weed out some manifestation myths. And then day 4, we're going to be diving into the blueprint for making manifestation a way of life, so that your orders, right? Your orders to the universe are on prime delivery. Okay. And of course, each day you're going to be revealed the secret. Okay. But through each video, of course, you're going to have some context and training with it too, so you can implement it. All right. So what is magnetism? Okay. What does that even mean? Like, what is magnetism? Okay. So I just Googled magnetism, and this is what Google told me. All right. So it's a noun, and it's a physical phenomenon produced by the motion of electrical charge, resulting in attractive and repulsive forces between 2 objects. So, we've all gone through science class. We've all played with magnets before. And it's like, okay, so like, I know that a magnet has magnetism, but like, how do we have inner magnetism, right? Because we hear that like attracts like, raise your vibration, all those things. And that is kind of what it means by inner magnetism or magnetic AF. Okay. So do we have magnetism? Yes, we do. So the human body, okay. The human body literally has an electromagnetic charge around it. Okay. You can call it your aura. You can call it your vibration. I actually like to call it your vibrational trademark. Okay. Literally, we just have atoms and molecules and cells all in our body, as I'm sure you know, and all of those are positively charged. Okay. They have some kind of electrical and magnetic current within them to be able to do the processes to communicate with each other. Right. And this picture here is actually showing how your heart has the most electromagnetic field out of all the organs. Right. A lot of people don't know that. And truly, this aura, this electromagnetic field is around everyone. Okay. It's around every single thing and matter actually in the universe. And this is, it's some people's are going to be stronger, some people's are going to be dimmer. And what I say, okay, is that your vibrational trademark, that's what I call it, really stems from your beliefs, thoughts, emotions, and your actions. Okay. All of those create the foundation for your electromagnetic field. Okay. So when we talk about magnetism, know that you actually do have electrical and magnetic currents happening inside you. And this energy, okay, that's around you is what's actually you're giving out into the bigger field of energy called the quantum field. Now, I'm not going to get super deep into quantum physics this week. Okay. That is what Abundant Soul Academy is for. We dive into almost 2 weeks full blown of quantum physics, because when you understand how the universe works, you see the clear path of how to create the life that you actually want. But, this electromagnetic field, your magnetism is what's unfolding your life, right? It is what's producing the law of attraction to work in your life. It's what's producing the phenomenon of manifestation. It's what sends out information into the quantum field to bring back to you. So it's literally like we said on the other screen, resulting in attractive and repulsive forces between objects. Okay. So you are one of those objects and you're repelling and attracting certain things. So your life right now, you have magnetized to you through your own vibrational trademark, through your own magnetism, through your own electromagnetic field. Okay. So this is law of attraction 101, right? Like energy attracts like energy. This is magnetism at its core. It's also manifestation 101, because a manifestation is the physical representation of the energy. So your life in totality is a manifestation. Okay. It is the physical representation of your inner energy, of that magnetism, of that electromagnetic field. And you don't turn off this magnetism. Okay. So your magnetism and ability to manifest are immutable, right? So a lot of times people dive into the manifestation world and they think that, oh, now I'm going to start just attracting what I want, right? Now I'm going to start doing this thing that I've discovered. But the truth is you've already been manifesting, you've already been magnetizing things and repelling certain things. Okay. So, I thought this great graphic totally represented exactly what I mean. And yeah, so don't freak out right now, right? Don't be like, oh my gosh, how have I manifested my whole life? I'm going to try to dive more into that this week. But it's not just you manifesting what you want, right? It's not you manifest what you want, what you don't want, what you're indifferent about, just whatever is in that electromagnetic field that is always around your body, that is always exchanging electrons with the quantum field, always spewing out information. That based off that is what you're going to attract. Okay. But again, don't freak out, because you have the ability to always shift that. Okay. So just remember right now that your magnetism and ability to manifest are immutable. Okay. So what does that mean? Well, you're already magnetic AF, right? You're already magnetic AF. You're naturally magnetizing things into your life without you doing anything, right? So again, you're like, when you really think about it, okay, you have things in your life that you didn't create affirmations for, that you didn't put on a vision board, that you didn't burn on a piece of paper on the full moon, whatever manifestation techniques are out there. I don't even know a lot of them, but they're all on TikTok now. You have things in your life that you didn't do those things. So you're like, how did I manifest those things? Right. Well, you're going to see more of this tomorrow, but truly it's just what your electromagnetic field, your magnetism, your aura, your vibrational trademark has been set to. Okay. So the universe has already been your Amazon warehouse, but maybe you've just been placing the wrong you've been ordering the wrong things, right? Maybe you have things in your life where you're like, dang, like I manifested these things that I don't like, right? And you can really slip into a little bit of a self-judgment sometimes when you're first hearing this. If you are first hearing this, that manifestation has just already been transpiring and happening in your life. But look at it as a good thing, because now you know that it's like, oh, I might, like, I don't, it's not these rituals and things that I haven't figured out, right? It's not that. It's just that, oh, I just am going to need to shift what my electromagnetic field has been sending out. So, yeah, maybe you have some things that you've, quote unquote, placed in order with the universe that you didn't like, but now okay, so it's a good thing, because that this polarity in your life is actually giving you a good indication to be like, oh, well, now I know that I don't want that. Okay, so kind of see the good in that, and especially if you're first hearing this, that you've already been manifesting, know that you have already been an amazing manifester, and now you get to learn what you're doing this week, how to have discernment over what is actually magnetizing into your life, right? So, like, why magnetism? Okay, so let's dig a little deeper into this. Okay, so we live in a vibrational universe. Everything in the entire physical world and non-physical world, okay, is energy. It has a certain vibration. Okay, and if you read this graphic that I hear, it says vibration. Nothing rests. Everything moves. Everything vibrates. At the most fundamental level, the universe and everything which comprises it is pure vibratory energy manifesting itself in different ways. The universe has no solidarity as such. Matter is merely energy in a state of vibration. So my phone right here is vibrating, my hand is vibrating, the walls are vibrating, my hat is vibrating, this cup is vibrating, you're vibrating, your dog is vibrating. Okay, everything is energy. Everything is made of the same thing. If you broke it down to its smallest components, you're going to see a vibrating pack of subatomic particle. Okay, it's smaller than atoms, smaller than molecules, all that jazz. So everything is energy, and this is deemed through the law of vibration. Okay, so you are energy, and you have a certain vibration, and again, that goes back to the electromagnetic field that you have around you, your vibrational trademark. Okay, so your body, which again, your beliefs and your thoughts and your emotions and your actions, okay, the dominant ones, is the foundation of the frequency that you're vibrating at, and this phone is vibrating at a certain frequency different than this pin. This is why the pin looks like the pin to your brain and the phone looks like the phone to your brain. It's the rate of vibration that its molecules and atoms are vibrating that then the brain and your mind make it look like that. I know that's a little trippy. It might be a little deep, but if you ever take one of my trainings, you know that I don't do surface level, because when you really understand this stuff, it's way more empowering to actually go out and do the personal development, do the inner shift work, do the personal growth, take the action, because you actually know and see how the universe is functioning and how it's not just some cute rah thing on the internet. Like, no, we actually have autonomy over what and how our life is going to be created, because we know that it's just a matter of changing our energy. And when you know that it's actually energy and it's not just frou rah, you're more likely to stick with it, right? You're going to gain persistence. You have that staying power. This is why I teach all of my clients truly this deep knowledge about, and scientific knowledge, and how it blends with spirituality, and how, no, it's not, I'm just not teaching you how to manifest. I'm teaching you literally how reality works, so you can actually be inspired to do the things that are required to get to where you want to go, right? So why does this matter? And I kind of just said it, but because of the phenomena of manifestation, do the natural laws of the universe then unfold your life based on your vibration, right? Your magnetism. So your life is a complete reflection of this vibration of this electromagnetic field that you've been holding most of your life. Okay. And again, you have the ability to shift it. So don't be freaking out. Okay. I just wanted to start to, again, give you that foundation of, hey, you have a vibration. You have that electromagnetic field. You're already magnetic AF. And now you're learning to have discernment over what you're magnetizing in your life. Okay. Again, if you have any questions throughout this whole week, My DMs are always open, okay? Because I know I go deep and I want you guys to understand this because I promise you it is so worth understanding, okay? So that leads us to secret number one, knowing that you're already an amazing manifester and you are naturally magnetic, okay? Now, why is this secret number one? Because you have to know that you're not just going to start being magnetic. You're not just going to start manifesting. There's no how long do I have to manifest per day? You manifest 24/7. And it's again just so empowering to know that you've already been manifesting, right? You're already magnetic. And now all you get to do is just go up from here. Okay. There's no turning back now. Your mind has been stretched. Now you know that there's no going back, and your only job is to increase that or shift, okay, and elevate that magnetism, elevate your vibrational trademark, okay? And when you start to do that, again, like I said in the beginning, you're working harder on yourself than your day job. Your life, reality, and results are all naturally going to be elevating with you. Okay. And remember, we're building on each day. So if you're like, well, I still don't understand like how has my vibration been set? That is going to be all, we're diving into all of that tomorrow. Okay. So know that you're naturally attracting and repelling things all day, every day. This gives you the gift of realizing your power and taking back your power, right? To create the life you truly want and have discernment over what you want. And you can now begin to magnetize more of what you want instead of what you don't want because you know this information, right? You know that you're already a magnet, you're already a manifestor, you have this vibrational trademark, you have this electromagnetic field, and you can tune it to whatever frequency you want through working on yourself harder than your day job. Okay. It is so magical, and that's why it looks like magic, right? That's why sometimes you're like, oh, I can logically understand how that manifestation came into my life, but some things that you won't. Some things really do look like miracles and are magical, and it's because energy and frequency and the universe are all, they are spiritual, they are mysterious, and there's so much more that we probably don't understand. But what we do understand is that energy is real, everything is energy, everything is vibrating, and like energy attracts like energy. And when you change your energy, your life and reality are going to change. Okay. So I want to give a little bit more foundation about Manifestation 101. All right. Just because, again, I don't know where you are in your journey. And if this is like your first time ever diving into anything manifestation, a lot of that might have been a little heavy. Don't worry. In Abundant Soul Academy, which at the end of the 4 days, you're going to have the opportunity to go even deeper with me on this, on all these topics, on this concept, and truly creating a life that lights up your soul. Okay. And learning how to elevate yourself in a deeper way. It will explain more manifestation basics and things like that. Okay. So don't feel overwhelmed. Again, my DMs are always open, but, this isn't just a made up term for the new age, right? Like manifestation, like the term, maybe, I think the first time I talk about it in Abundant Soul Academy, actually the history of like the term manifestation, but like honestly, since ancient texts have, even in the Bible, seek, if you knock and seek, you will attain, or whatever it says, talks about being able to have discernment over what is coming into your life, right? It is something that has been naturally playing out since the beginning of the time. Whenever the first people and consciousness came into the world, that is when manifestation started. Okay. It is just the phenomenon of reality creation, the unfoldment of your life in reality based on magnetism of the particles that make up matter. Okay. So this entire physical 3D world has been manifested in some way or another. All right. It's really freaking cool to think about. And so this isn't something that only happens, again, like I've kind of been saying, when you try, or when you know about it, or when you want something, or you go meditate. No, you're manifesting when you're walking your dog, when you're drinking water, when you're sleeping, when you're talking to yourself, when you look at yourself in the mirror, the first things that you're thinking of, like you're manifesting all the time. And right, all of these things, all of these little things, are what make up who you're being, what your vibration is, right? So that's why it's not just, oh, I said these affirmations, I should manifest them now. It doesn't necessarily work like that. And again, that's why, again, I wanted to make this workshop, because I'm just like, yo, there is so much information about manifestation that it's just spewed on the internet that makes you think it's some only like spiritual woo woo frou frou crystal loving hippy dippy thing, when it's like, no, everyone in the entire world is actually manifesting. And it's again, when you start to learn how much power you have through your mind and energy, and um who you're being, it just opens up this whole new world of, wow, like I can actually create the life I want. And so manifestation is how everything is coming to the world. It's just consciousness expressing itself. So again, everything has a vibration, right? It's just varying rates of consciousness or vibration, however you kind of want to think about it, right? Your consciousness is what's creating a part of your electromagnetic field, creating it's how you perceiving the world, right? Your life is just being filtered by that consciousness and mindset. And so our reality is real because our brains is literally interpreting the energy that way. I tend to get ahead of myself, as you can see. So now this might be deeper, or not the same as just basic info that you're going to come across on the internet and Google. And it's because the basic info isn't telling you how, it's just the classic what, right? Or do this, like, oh, do this, like create a vision board, like attracts like, law of attraction. And you will find, especially if you're in this workshop, you might be at this point where you're like, dude, I've tried everything and I just don't understand why I can't connect the dots. Like nothing's working. Abundant Soul Academy, again, shameless plug, like it will blow your mind. And it's a group setting where I'm going to be helping you manifest in real time and go through all the information and everything that I've done to completely change my life, as you saw in the beginning of this. And so again, I just wanted to, leave that door open for you and empower you to say, you know what, I'm ready to freaking do this and elevate myself and really find out who I can become, what I'm capable of, and not just finding out, but actually achieving it. Okay. So again, just some more tidbits, because it's not all just about manifesting material things, right? Understanding manifestation principles and using it intentionally is really the greatest gift, because you can use it to create what you really want, right? You can use manifestation to heal. Okay, you can heal, beliefs, generational beliefs, curses, whatever you want to call it. You can use it to come, even I've even used it to get my period back. Okay. Let's see, what year is it? It's 2023. I think it was in 2020. I think it was in 2020. I was just like missing my period all the time. And I really worked with manifestation and my mindset and my belief system, and just bringing back healing powers to me using nutrition and exercise and all those things too. But of course, you can really use your mindset to actually bring healing energy into your body. I know that sounds woo, but I'm just saying, I got my period back doing it, right? You can create change in your community, your family, the world, right? You can use it to feel and be your authentic self. You can use it to, excuse me, elevate your mindset and elevate those inner feelings of self, right? That is one of my greatest manifestations, I swear. It's just feeling so much more me, right? Feeling so much more confident, self-love, just like pizzazz, like I don't even know how to describe it, but I hope you understand what I'm saying. Like I just feel I really do feel magnetic. Like, I just feel like so much more energetic and just love life. And I've used manifestation and the knowledge and the techniques and all these things to really elevate that part of myself, right? And of course, you can learn how to enjoy your life in all moments, right? Because you only have one life. Like, we're here to not be miserable. We're not here to struggle. We're not here to be like, what if? We're not here to say, why me? We're here to literally create the life that your soul is leading you to. Because I know deep down inside, you're an ambitious woman and you're feeling that drive and call to that life. Okay. And of course, kind of just hit that on the head, but to become more fulfilled and soul driven. Okay. You can actually figure out what you want. You can actually dream big and know that it's safe to dream big, and know that it's safe to achieve those things. And it's safe to let go of the past and forgive and to heal and to really step into that elevated version of yourself who's been dying to come out, right? She's been tapping you on the shoulder for potentially years, being like, yo, I'm ready. Are you ready? And then, okay, you're not ready. You land in the same place year after year. Like all of that, okay, has led you to this moment to be like, I know that my higher self has led me to this point, and using the manifestation principles can help you unleash her. Truly, truly, truly. So I just wanted to kind of tell you this to be like, it's just not all about the flashy things. It's not about just the dream home, the dream car, and the money and everything. Those things are great, but it's a byproduct of kind of all these things too, right? Especially elevating your mindset and inner feelings of self and all that amazing, amazing things. It all just blends together so freaking awesomely. I don't even think that's a word, but you know what I'm saying. Okay. So also I just kind of wanted to like put this in here because it's like, dude, it's like, why aren't we taught this? Right. What if you're just like, why don't we learn this in school and stuff? Well, my personal theory is, like think about back in the day, right? When royalty was just running all of the land, right? And all the masses. Well, they want a complete control. And a lot of this information about how we are the creators of our life, how we have this power and energy to use and magnetize things into our life. The royal people that were again in charge of everything, right? And now it's the elites. Like they don't want us to know that that's available to us and that's how our life unfolds, right? Because if we did, like they couldn't have control over us, right? It's easier to control you when you don't know the true nature of yourself and who you actually are or your power that's God given. Okay. Right. God made us in his image, which is you are the universe in human form. Like that God and the universe like wanted to experience it's in his world through you, right? And to expand it with your soul desires and the to me, it's royalty back in the day. Today it's the elites. If you're here, welcome to the rabbit hole. They don't want you knowing that because you're easier to control and it's easier for them to continue having their power, even though there's enough resources for everyone, but they just don't want you to know that, right? So these systems have been put in place to think that you're at mercy of the outside when really the outside is at the mercy of you. And again, it's when reality the outside, what I just said, the outside is at the mercy of our inside, and they just don't want you to know that. So of course the systems like the schools and whatever else, like we're not taught this for a reason. And because you're learning this, I truly think we're at the 1% of people being like, okay, I'm breaking out of the matrix. Okay. Because the matrix is real and it wants to control you. It doesn't want you to know your power. And that's just kind of why it's like, okay, if this has been a thing that's been going on forever, why am I taught this? That's why people, the powers that be, don't want us to know that we have just as much power as them. Okay. So I'm just telling you this so you can wrap your mind around your power instead of thinking that, again, it's just some cute Instagram thing. It's not. We all are capable of creating our own lives, and some people just don't want you to know. Okay. So every day, all right, this is where we're concluding now. Every day, along with the secret and the training, right? I'm going to give you a little assignment so you can kind of start implementing and seeing some wins this week alone, right? So I want you to start with what have you been magnetizing? So I want you to take time to take an audit in the area of your life that you want to improve. And I just want you to write down the results in that area. Okay. This is going to give you a starting point to determine what your magnetism is, because again, you've been magnetizing things into your life. You've already been manifesting. It's not something you turn off. All right. So we want to figure out what is our vibrational trademark. And the way you do that is to first start out, what are your results? Because the results don't lie, right? So, look at your money, look at your health, or look at relationships. Like, what have you been potentially manifesting over and over and over and over again? And they just won't, the results won't change. They won't improve, right? That is going to give you a good foundation and starting point to figure out what is your magnetism, like what frequency is it on, and the results are going to show you, because the results are a complete reflection of that inner magnetism. Okay. Because we want to determine where we are if we want to get to where we go, because if we don't know where we are, we don't know what to shift in your inner world to even elevate your vibrational trademark, right? To elevate that magnetism. So we want to, kind of start being like, okay, where am I at? All right, what have I even magnetized? Some people don't even take the time to realize like, what is my result, right? What are my results? And it's going to give you a little picture, a little snapshot of what's been going on internally and in your energy. Okay, so that is your assignment. All right. And again, if you have any breakthroughs with that, if you've had any aha moments or anything like that in day one, please shout me out, or please send me a DM so I can shout you out and, just again, commend you for being like, heck yes, like this is it right here, right? This is you beginning to be like, I'm drawing the line in the sand. Okay. So reach out to me. I would love to connect and see what you have realized and concluded about your inner magnetism on day one. Okay. So, in conclusion, know that you're already a powerful manifester with innate magnetism. And now you are going to start magnetizing by choice instead of default. Okay. And we're going to be talking more about how to do that tomorrow. So, tomorrow you're going to learn the source of your magnetism and how to start to shift it. Okay. And I'm so freaking excited. So this concludes day one, and I will see you tomorrow on day 2.